So the teams will trade sides. If you're just tuning in, you won't be able to tell the difference because both teams are from the A5 club and they both are wearing their royal blue uniforms with, let's describe those numbers. They're sort of a 3D effect, silver or gray number. Very sharp. And on the sleeve on A5 South, in small letters, it says A5 South. A little bit of red and silver trim on the shoulder. A5's always had sharp uniforms. There used to be a time where it said somewhere on the uniforms, pure volleyball. I don't know if that was a Bob Westbrook phrase. He's the longtime club director. As we mentioned, these girls on A5 Mizuno Karen, at least 5 of them, played on a team that won a silver medal in New Orleans for Jinghao. I want to make sure I'm not overlooking anybody. I've got my notes right here at Championship Court from doing the broadcast for the last 5 years. It was a very good dynasty team that won that 12 national matchup under head coach Andy Oakes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is correct, 5 players off that team that picked up a silver medal in New Orleans. I always tell the players, hang on to those medals, girls, because they're hard to get. Coach K's been coaching for 20 years, mostly on the girls' side, but I have 1 bronze medal from Boys 18 Open, where I helped out with high performance 18 Royal boys team and received my medal from Randy Stoklitz in Columbus, Ohio. So set 1 in the books. It goes to the team in the far court. That's A5 Mizuno 14-2 Karen. First team on the floor, though, is A5 South 14 Trina. Coach Trina Braden, as we mentioned, a D2 coach at University of West Georgia. Line judges returning to the court. We've got a game ball going over to our second referee, Dan Willis from the Southern California region. And I believe, well, he's going to have to check lineups. We're going to get lineups checked. Even the second referee has a hard job because he's got 2 teams in the exact same uniform, so he has to find the right lineup sheet. The libero, number 9, Peyton Stoner, released to A5 Mizuno's court. They're in the far court. Now the other libero, Caroline Derricott, comes on. Derricott at 5'3", Peyton Stoner also at 5'3". That's why we like those liberos down by the floor. So the socks are a big difference, though. A5 South has definitely gone with the distinctive 1 red, 1 blue sock. First swing from Savela down the line, but dug. Baker comes the other way now, a tip in the middle, and that's rejected. Chelsea Banks, and I think that's A5 South's first lead here on Championship Court. They trailed the entire first set, but ultimately dropped it by a score of 25-23. And they get Claire Lewis on serve, and she serves an ace. So the first 2 points of set 2 go to the team down a set. If you're the coach of that team, that's what you want. Get off to a quick start. Put the pressure on your opponent. And a second consecutive ace by Claire Lewis. Little jump in the step for head coach Trina Braden. Now a third consecutive ace and 4th consecutive point for A5 South. They're trying to make this one a 3-setter. And they have to win this one, this second set, to do that. The pass by Hall, and the ball sent over deep, but a good dig. Richards in the backcourt. Dig by Isabel Hall. At 12, she was called Izzy, but now she's Isabel. We respect that. Claire Lewis pushes out to the pin. Oh, that ball would have been out, but a break for Annette Baker and A5 South as they picked up their 5th consecutive point. They're pitching a 5-0 shutout here early in this second set. We call this second set syndrome, where the team that won the first set comes out maybe a little too relaxed, and the team that lost the first set comes out ready to play. That's what head coach Trina Braden has done. So Karen Arndt, the head coach for A5 Mizuno, takes her first time out. Gives us a chance to recognize some of our sponsors on the big banner in the background. Adidas, Moulton, the city of Anaheim, where USA national teams train. Sport Court, Big Pink, a sport court. Vert, Volumetrics, Sports Imports, and Lucky Dog. The merchandise here provided at the Lucky Dog booth. Lots of Girls Junior National sweatshirts and t-shirts now. An errant pass. Amelia Wetherington into the match as a DS for outside hitter Faith Daniel. And she's aced out. Then a short serve. Great serving run. That ball comes all the way over. Claire Lewis getting it done from the service line. Ball tipped over. Annette Baker. And that's into the net for contact. So the hitting error from A5 Mizuno. They're down 7-0. Can't ask for a better start or some better serves from Claire Lewis. Coach mentioned she's the key to their offense, both as a server. That's going to be 4 contacts. That didn't touch the block. Good call by the first referee, Charles Bennett, to recognize right away that the block never contacted that attack. The lefty setter, Ava Pitchford, to put the ball in play. Hard driven ball off hands by Katie Reif. And now a defensive deflection off of Reif goes toward the A5 South bench. So A5 Mizuno on the board. Pitchford trying to go on a serving run, get this one evened up, and the hitting error from Katie Reif. And it looks like we're getting a sub. Nicole Smith is going to come off the bench, 6'1", listed as a right side, but she's going to be asked to go over on the left, I believe. They're going to try Baker in the middle. No, she is going to come over to the right and become a blocker, and unable to stop the swing from who was out on the left pin. I think it was Avery Savela. Yes, it was. Now the center dump, and it comes all the way back, so Claire Lewis has to handle the ball again. And that's okay because it leads to a set from the libero, Carolyn Darricott, out to Annette Baker for the kill. Still a nice lead for A5 South, but a little serving run from Pitchford. Now she'll be the center, puts up an in-between set to Eckendall. It seems like Ava Pitchford likes to find Leah Eckendall somewhere along the front line with various spacing. Second referee asking the bench for A5 South to move down, get beyond the chairs, since they're going to stand. Richards sends it over. Now coming the other way is Eckendall. Good save. Claire Lewis with the dig. Free ball back from the libero Darricott. And then a joust at the net. That's a win for, I want to give that kill to Nicole Smith. I'm not sure if she got it first or the middle, Allie Rumpel, but either way, they pushed it off the block. So it didn't matter that it was out because they got the first contact on a ball up in the plane. Shot down the line. Chelsea Banks with authority, the middle hitter. Lined up on the right pin, and she takes that set. It's a hard line shot off the defender. The Stoner, the libero with the serve, and now Lewis is going to try the middle. Elo unable to put the ball on the sport court. She's going to get another chance. Dug again by Stoner. Stoner wants to stay on serve, get Coach Karen's team back in this one. Another dig by Stoner. She's everywhere. Ball tipped over short. Good pickup by Smith. And then sent deep. Stoner with another dig. She'll become the hitter and send it back. Oh, middle quick. Well done again. Not as good as the earlier one, but Claire Lewis to Nagazi Elo. Nagazi Elo, a 6-foot middle hitter. I've been talking to a number of college coaches. They say it's hard to evaluate 14s and 15-year-olds, but they're here trying to do it. And Elo making it easy, showing the ability to hit the quick. Low save set out to the left pin to Genevieve Richards, and she can't put that ball in play. And this one seems a lot tighter. It was 7-0. A5 South. Now all of a sudden it's 10-7. So the lead is starting to disappear. Richards with the tip. Coach Braden looking down, but the hitting error will give her the serve. I think she wanted Richards to take a swing, and instead she did not, but she hears it from her coach. She wants an attacked ball. She does not want a tip. She knows A5 Karen can pick up those tip shots. Now the errant serve sent long by GJNC. She's a DS in for Richards. And the server is Amelia Weatherington. There's that quick set combination. Great expression on the face of Claire Lewis. She knows how to connect with Nagazi Elo. Just give her that quick set. She's going to be up with that right arm ready to go. Swing on the right, off of hands by Grace Van Buren. Now Van Buren gets up and stuffs the ball. It will come back free. Pitchford's going to try Savela. She sends it off the block. Now Pitchford is jousting with the middle, and it is rejected. Give the kill to Allie Rumpel on that joust. She won that battle with the setter. Usually whoever gets up second wins those jousts. Another serve from Elo. Shot down the line. That will not come back. Smart shot. Grace Van Buren, I believe, lined up over on the right, sent that ball down the line. A5 Mizuno is going to make a move. The time is right now. Roll shot from Baker. Coach Braden is fit to be tied, and she'll still get the point. Now Annette Baker is going to hear it from Coach. You can see on the camera at home, that's head coach Trina Braden letting Annette Baker. She wants swing. She doesn't want tips and roll shots. No tips and roll shots from A5 South in this set. High ball put up in the middle. Savela runs it down. Now Baker, she attacks. Followed coach's instruction. Then she goes up and gets it in the plane. A5 South with the kill. If you're just joining us, both teams from the A5 club out of Atlanta. It's a little bit of a civil war. If you think of A5 Mizuno as the northern suburb team and A5 South as the southern suburb team, it's the north in the far court against the south in the near court. On the errant serve, Ava Pitchford will go back to become the server for A5 Mizuno, and she puts it in play. Tough serve from the lefty. Baker with a good shot. Oh, that's going off of Weatherington, but cleared back by Hitchford. And a quick set again. Claire Lewis very effective at 5'6" of putting up a quick set to both her middles. That time it was Allie Rumpel. Annette Baker to serve. Genevieve Richards returns to the front row. Baker takes a deep breath, sends it deep off of Stoner. Ball just chipped over by Eckendall. We haven't heard from Eckendall as much. Let's see if she gets a set. She does not. Savela is rejected. The addition of Nicole Smith at 6'1" off the bench at right side has made a big difference. She and Allie Rumpel rejected that pin attack. So now Karen Arndt trailing by 7 again. Ironically started 7-0. Have played the match even 10-10 since then. But that slow start has given A South all the advantage. This is the 14 national gold medal match. These matches will be archived, so you can watch it again if your team wins. Number of players from A5 in the crowd behind me. We're right by the scorers table here on Big Pink Championship Court here in Minneapolis. I was lobbying for a purple court in honor of Prince's Purple Rain, the late Minneapolis pop star, but just call that a light purple, like pink. Stoner with the up on a good serve by Baker, and this ball gets through the block. A good shot. And I think that was Eckendall. I was screened by the second referee, but I think she stayed over on the left side. That's where she's lined up in the serve receive and put the ball away. Avery Savela with the serve. The rejection in the clear from A5 South. And now the lefty. Well, the block was drawn in the net, but it wouldn't have mattered because Leah Eckendall with authority at 5'11" on that kill. A5 Mizuno still hanging around, trying to make it a 2-set gold medal championship. Stoner picks up the center dump from Lewis, and then the rejection and out. Oh, it's in. Line judge Rich Brock with the call. He's from the Chesapeake region. That was close, but the line judge, head coach Karen Arndt, doesn't believe it was in. But that's the call, and it stands. And the libero Derricott with the ace serve. So if you believe the ball never lies, you'll have to say that call was correct, and back to a 7-point lead. The 7-0 start has been maintained quite well. Does A5 Mizuno have one last push? Well, the big block against Ramirez. Now coming the other way. Another dig by Stoner. She's everywhere. And then Eckendall with a perfect tip. Caroline Derricott tried to get there sprawled, hit the deck, but couldn't save it. 6-point deficit. Peyton Stoner, the server. Ball tipped over and saved up nicely. I think that was Ramirez. It was. Josie Ramirez with the save, and it leads to a hitting error from Genevieve Richards. So a little bit of a push by A5 Mizuno. Can they continue the run on Stoner's serve? She goes down the line at her counterpart, Derricott. Baker with the roll shot, and she scores out of the back row. Coach Trina Braden didn't like the roll shot earlier, but she'll take that one from the back row. Cadence Jennings comes in. We believe she's going to DS, not set, because Claire Lewis is running the 5-1, but we'll see. Coach Braden has a couple tricks up her sleeve. Oh, what a rejection. Well, they say the block never touched it. I thought Nagazi Elo made a great effort to press over the net and get a piece of that ball, but it doesn't really matter. The point is still A5 South, and they're back to that lucky 7 lead. Start off 7-0, and they've maintained it. That's all you ask from a team that needs to win a set. Leah Eckendall with the kill down the line. She says, not so fast, Coach K. I'm going to let Isabel Hall serve. See if we don't have one last run. Ava Pitchford in the front row, so just 2 attackers in the left-handed setter, but no attackers needed on that ace serve. Isabel Hall with an excellent serve. 5'8" DS with experience on championship court. And then she misses. Top of the tape, almost crawled over, but did not. So the server is GJNC at 5'5". A5 South just 3 points from forcing a deciding set. I've got it. Coach K with the catch. I could have dug that, but my contacts don't count. So, Amelia Weatherington in to serve. A5 Mizuno still with life, but they need to go on a run. They need to stop Baker. Stoner with the dig. Savela with the kill. That's a good combination. Five girls with experience on championship court from the 12s age bracket. Will that matter? This ball's tight in the plane. Good save by Lewis, left-handed. And then Lewis blocks Savela. This ball will come back. It's clean. Let's watch the middle attack. Oh, it's a miss. First time we've seen that. That play has been almost perfect for Claire Lewis feeding Nagazi Elo, but not that time. And with a 3-point lead, head coach Trina Braden's going to take her first timeout. This is the 14 National Championship from Minneapolis. The 14 USA Championship is coming up, scheduled for 3 o'clock. And we know PBA 14 Elite is going to be in that final, team out of the Heart of America region, so we look forward to bringing you that broadcast. We're not quite sure who their opponent is. We'll have that match on or around 3 o'clock, local Central Daylight Time. It's 2:17, so we should be pretty close to the scheduled time. But first, we've got to finish up this 14 National Championship. Good serve by Weatherington, and there's the connection. Remember that name, Nagazi Elo, 6-foot middle hitter, just a 14-year-old, running those quicks with authority. And I like the choice by Claire Lewis to come right back to her tall and talented middle after the misconnect. Pitchford sends it over. Good save by Elo to keep it alive, and then it goes out of bounds. So A5 Mizuno Karen still alive. A5 South Trina. 2 points from forcing a third set. Baker just pops that ball up, and Lewis sends it over short. Pitchford has to pick it up. Nobody there because there's no libero on the floor, and then it's just rolled over by Savela. A smart shot. And it's a 2-point deficit for A5 Mizuno. Baker with the ball off of the block. Good pickup by Isabel Hall. Now going the other way is Savela, tipped by Lewis. Savela's going to get it back. She's attacking off of hands. Baker with the pickup on a hard ball to get. The libero, Derricott, sends it over. Now this is a tight ball. All Savela can do is tip it. And then a ball driven off the blocker's hands. Chelsea Banks was up with Ava Pitchford, and we have our first of multiple set points for A5 South. We're 1 point from a deciding third set. And a perfect person to have at the line, Claire Lewis, the captain and setter, puts it in play, as you would expect. A little bit of an inside set to Savela's Doug, and then Baker with the roll shot. Now Savela off of hands. Good run through by Darricott. Back to Baker. She attacks. That ball didn't touch anything. Line judge tried to signal a touch, but I don't believe there was one. I think it had hit the antenna first. And I believe that was the call. No argument from head coach Trina Braden. Still a couple of set points for A5 South. They're going to try the setter dump, and it works. Claire Lewis with a well-hidden setter dump, and she will come over and shake hands with her sister club member here at the net as the coin toss is in the air by second referee Dan Willis. Claire Lewis and Avery Savela shake hands, and we are going to play a third set, and appropriately so. You've got two teams from A5. Why would you want one team to win it in straight sets? We mentioned these two teams have met twice in tournament finals this year, once at regionals and once at another tournament, and in each case, each of them has won.